Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Callie, this is Callie's Collectibles Reviews, and today, as part of Predator Month Part 2, I'm doing a double review and I am taking a look at the amazing Ultimate Jungle Hunter figure from Neca and the Jungle Disguise Dutch action figure from their 30th anniversary line. So I'm going to jump over into the review station and take a look at these two amazing figures. I shall see you in just a minute. Bye-bye. Okay, so here we are, and here they are out of the back, obviously out of their boxes. So we're going to take a closer look at the packaging first, like always, and then we'll move on to the figures. We'll start with Jungle Disguise Dutch over here. We'll have a quick look at his packaging. As you can see, nice little picture of the figure there. The paintwork, it's pretty accurate. Jungle Disguise Dutch. The Predator done in that nice kind of shiny foil. See if the light picks that up. There you go, look, see, nice kind of shiny foil. Kind of, you can see me, hi, back here. But you can see in the background, it's like a thermal jungle kind of shot. Which, if it was a thermal figure, that would be perfect, but it's not. So, but oh, okay. Little cross promotion there, 30th anniversary collection. You get 1, 2, 3 different versions of Dutch, including this one. So that's 4. You get the Jungle Demon, the Gort, which I believe was a that was a prototype mask they were going to go with before they settled on the final design. So you get that, and then an unmasked Jungle Hunter. That's it for the packaging for Dutch. Now onto the Predator. Nicely done artwork on the front here. It is a picture of the figure, but done in that red, it just looks so nice. And obviously with the light up thing, that is not part of the figure, unfortunately, but still very nice. Says Predator along the side, Neca Real Toys. Same here. There's the little bio if you want to give it a quick read. And then some lovely promotional shots of the figure itself. This is the tray where the figure sits. Again, the backdrop is removable, so you can use it for photography and things like that. And that's it for the packaging. So let's get on to the figures. As always, we will take a quick look at accessories, and then we'll take a look at the figure itself. So, starting again with Dutch. Quite a lot of weapons there, to be honest. I'm going to move my camera down a little. Come on, there we go, stay. There we go. It comes with this torch. Very nicely done flame effect. It looks very orange on camera, but it is definitely more sort of a yellowy colour. Yellowy orange. The wood effect, very nicely done. That's the torch effect. He comes with this bow, which if you've ever seen the film, you'll remember he actually made this himself. The cord's a little bit slack for my liking. I mean, I get it, it's meant to be more sort of he's a pulling an arrow kind of pose, but I would have preferred it to be tight to the bow, sort of like that. But no, it's very good. It's very well done. Nice paint application, nice sculpted details. It's very well done. To go with the bow, you get a clutch of arrows. You get 3. But we'll take a look at just 1. Nice little silver arrowhead there. Nice kind of stripped down wood effect. And then right at the end, the tail of the arrow. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but you get what I mean. Then he has 2 kind of spears. He has this one, which is more, I think, more of a exploding arrow. Looks like it's been made out of a grenade or something. But yeah, there you go. And then he has this very long spear with a knife on the end of it. I love the wrap effect and how it looks dirty and kind of grubbed up. Same with the knife. Nice silver, but nice little kind of dirty wash to it. And then wood effect all the way along the end. There you go. And that's it for his accessories. Now, onto the figure itself. In my personal opinion, very, very well done. The likeness is there. I mean, I kind of have to I'll tell you what, actually. There we go. You can see the likeness is just pretty much spot on. Maybe not straight on, but, you know, from the side. I love the way that the paint, they've actually picked out the little blood spot coming down his lip. I mean, this is mostly reuse from the other Dutches in the line. But, to be honest, it's only kind of from the waist down and the elbow down that it's reused parts. Because all of these parts with the leaves and the mud and the crap on him. Just turn that light down a minute. And there we go. All of this is all sculpted detail specifically for this figure. So, you know, they've done a bloody good job. Nice mix of reuse and new parts. And I love it when companies do that. It's not just a straight light. I mean, they could have easily just got a standard Dutch, painted him a muddy brown, painted some leaves on and gone, there you go. But no, they actually took the time to sculpt in all of this mud and dirt and muck. And it just adds so much to the figure. There you go. I mean, the paint job is just phenomenal on this guy. I mean, I love how detailed it is that even on the face you can see like all the lines and the cracks in the mud. It's just amazing to me. But right, we'll go over articulation quickly. I have got two figures to get through. So head can look up that far, down that far. You've got a little bit of tilt either side, and you do have rotation, but it's only to about there, excuse me, unless you want to force it. Arms can do a full 360. They go that far out to the side. It's the same both sides. Elbow joint, you've got a single joint, but it gets you to about there, and you do have rotation at the elbow. Wrists rotate no problem. It's the same both sides. You get upper torso joint, so you can kind of crunch forward a little. Not really crunch back, just sort of straight up pose. And you do get a bit of rotation out of that, but due to the way his back's sculpted, and I'm not sure why it's sculpted like this, like that side's up high and this side's down low. I mean, I kind of get what they were going for, but that bit just seems wrong to me. Like that bit shouldn't be there. But that's just me. He does have this cool little medicine pouch thing. I think it's his explosive. When he crawls through the cave, he lights something and throws it behind him. I think that's what this is meant to be. But yeah, so but then you get this piece which can rotate, but not very much. So articulation is a bit limited in this area of the figure, unfortunately. Legs can go that far out to the side, that far forward, that far back. He does have a rubber ass piece. You get rotation slightly at the thigh, single jointed knee, but you do get rotation there at that point. Feet, you get a ball joint, and that is it. Although, cool little touch that they've actually moulded in some of the treads on the bottom of the feet. So that's cool. Now, for using the accessories with this guy, you want to take the arrows and collect them all up. Get them kind of like that. Then you want to take this piece and grip that down there, so you end up with this. You take this on the bow and you want to thread it all through like so. That sits very loosely like that. Take the bow up over the shoulder, drop it down, and there you go. That arrow's not going to stay, is it? Ah, shit. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. I got it on his back. You want it looking something like that. Then you just raise up his arm, take the torch, slot it into his hand, and there you go. Then you take the spear, thread it through the hand, and it just sort of rests in his hand like so. But there you go. That is Jungle Disguise Dutch, all armed up and ready to fight. Now, on to the Jungle Hunter Predator. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry, somebody was knocking at my door. I'm back. Right, so on to the Jungle Hunter's accessories. We'll start off with this. Cool little blast effect, very similar to what we saw with the Ultimate City Hunter. It's just slightly different shape and done in blue. Plugs onto the plasma caster. These things very, very, very rarely stay in place, and if they do, they always pull the plasma caster down. So I'm not going to show this one off in use, but yeah, it's a blast effect. Nicely done. You get a wonderful unmasked head sculpt. Put the light on. There you go, and you can see the eyes in there. I think mine are printed slightly off center. I can't quite tell. But there you go. All the dreads are separate. So you get a nice kind of flowing look to him. Maybe it's Maybelline. No. You get a little skull trophy. Not much to it. Nicely painted, nicely sculpted. It's a skull. You get a skull with the spine still attached. Again, nicely sculpted, nicely painted. There you go. You get a mask, but unlike some of the other figures, it's not a mask. Oh, shit. It's not a mask that can be actually worn by the figure. It's just a prop piece, because if you have the two kind of splayed open hands out, it does actually show you on the back of the box. It's for that pose there. That's basically what it's for. It is just a prop. Plain and simple. But it's very nicely done. Could work well as a custom on something else. But there you go. And you get a couple of alternate hands. You get grippy hand. You get splayed open hand. And you get these hands, fist and whatnot. So there you go. That's it for accessories. Now, onto the figure himself. Now, mine has seen better days. He's taken some tumbles off the shelf. His wrist blades are slightly damaged, and his plasma caster are actually slightly damaged. So I won't be kind of futzing with this too much. I'm just going to show you the articulation. Well, I'm going to show you the figure and the articulation. Again, very nicely done head sculpt with the mask on. Lovely dreadlocks. The paintwork on this guy is absolutely phenomenal. All these little skulls and trophies and just the skin tone, how he looks kind of sweaty is the best way to put it. There's his Predators. The little wrist computer does open up. And as you can see, it does have writing on the inside. So there you go. Now, on to articulation for this guy. Oh, where do I begin? Right, as you can see, this bicep joint is a little bit on the loose side. Articulation here and here is hindered by these rubber hoses. Now, it's unfortunate, but it's part of the design. I'm guessing the suit in real life probably would have had these kind of restrictions. They probably broke an awful lot. You know, that, or they were just really flexible, and these are just not. So here we go. Right, head is on a ball joint, so you can look left and right. Careful, you don't want to move the head too much or you will knock this off. It is so easy to knock off. I mean, it's not even pegged in properly because I cannot get it to do so. It just does not want to line up or peg in for me whatso freaking ever. But anyway, so yeah, head's on a ball joint, be careful with it. Shoulders can go out to about there. This arm can do a full 360 if you want it to. You've got bicep rotation, you've got double jointed elbows, and you've got a swivel, I believe, yes, at the gauntlet. It kind of is the same on both sides. Like I said, it's hindered by this being attached to this, so you can't go full 360 going round. You can't really bend it too far going backwards and forwards. The double jointed elbow is there, but if you try to use it, you're going to break this hose. So, I mean, literally, that is about the best you can do with it. Upper torso joint works fairly well, does what it needs to. It's more of a kind of there for rocker and slight rotation. Waist rotates fine. These little things are on cords. They will move to get out of the way for you. Legs can go about that far forward before you start running into issues. Cannot really go back due to this being quite a thick plastic. I mean, it bends, but it's still kind of thick. Rotation. You've got, yeah, rotation at the thigh a little bit. Double jointed knees. Get that range of motion out of it. And ball jointed feet. Oh, and the wrists are on ball joints as well. So that is it for articulation for this guy. As for using his accessories, in all honesty, when he's on my shelf, he's just like this. Because in the first film, especially, he didn't have many weapons and gimmicks and all that kind of stuff. It was literally just him, his plasma caster, and his blades. He was like bare basic Predator, which I loved, because it was like, it kind of made it seem more of a fair fight, that he had this big ass plasma cannon on his shoulder going up against guys with machine guns. That kind of seems fair. He's more of a melee kind of guy. So, you know, it made more sense to me to have it that way. So, but yeah, so when I'm posing this guy, I just tend to bring his arm up, make it look like he's doing like a reach. Take this arm, bring it right the way up. And if you can get the arm to stay in a position, you kind of have him like that. So you can have, oh, there we go. And there we go. So now it's time for some quick comparisons before I jump out of the review box and go to my final thoughts. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Here they both are with a standard 6-inch Marvel Legends. This is Iron Man from Avengers Infinity War. And here they all are with their, the City Hunter from Alien vs. From Predator 2. Thank you. Words work. So there we go then. That was my look at the Ultimate Jungle Hunter and Jungle Disguise Dutch from Neca Toys. Jump out and give you my final thoughts. See you in a second. Bye. And we're back then. So, my final thoughts on these two figures. They're both really good. Both look amazing. Both very kind of conversation starters on your shelf. But the way the articulation suffers, especially on the Predator, for me, it's not a deal breaker, but when I see kind of over embellished armors and things like that, I'm just looking at it going, that thing's not going to pose for shit. So, but they're Predators. I love them. I will buy them regardless. It just, oh. But anyway, I love both these figures. I love the Predator franchise. Predator Month will continue. I'm hoping to get another one out by Friday. I'm hoping over the next few days that I will be kind of changing my setup a little bit, moving things around, doing some other stuff. So if I don't manage to get one out on time, I will get one out as soon as possible. But life's in the way at the minute, guys. I'm doing what I can. So thank you all. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, click that little notification bell, ding ding, so you know when I'm around. But until my next review, I have been Callie. This has been Predator Month Part 2, and I shall see you next time, my lovelies. Bye bye.